come in, first thing to do, look at the board, right? And see if you have something on the board. If we have something here, then let's see what it is. Jarvis, you can sit. Okay, hurry up. Okay, let's look at the board right now. So we have something on the board. So may I have everybody to read out the question? Start.
Have you heard of the kingdom of light?
Okay, think about this. Have you heard this before?
Yes.
Yes. Maybe. Some of you might not, right?
Yes.
Next question.
Do you know that everything belongs to the kingdom?
Do you know?
Yes.
Yes. Some of you know. Number 3.
What kingdom do you think humans belong to?
Okay. This is what we're about to find out in this lesson. Okay, these 3 questions. You will find the answer to this question as we go along. Right? So some of you said they have heard it before, but maybe in different, maybe in movies. Somebody told you. But we'll be sure, as in agriculture class, you will find out what it is exactly, what kingdom is. So our objective for today, we should first start off with the introductory video. And after that, we should have a classification and the 5 kingdoms. Activity after that. And last is our discussion with the activity. Any questions?
No.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so now we'll play a video to watch. Please pay attention. If the voice is not clear, make sure you see the writing and read along with the visuals. Okay?
Yes.
Every living thing is made up of at least one cell. Although the cells are so small they can only be seen under a microscope, they are still the basic building blocks of life. A drop of water from a pond can contain millions of living things of many different types. Many are made up of only one cell. These one-celled organisms are the simplest living things and belong to either one of 2 kingdoms. The one-celled members of the kingdom of Vincia contains the smallest and most ancient forms of life. Some of today's minerals look almost exactly like the fossils of the earliest forms of life which appeared on Earth over 3 billion years ago. Minerals are unique because their single cells lack separate nuclei in their cytoplasm. Minerals can be animal-like, such as these bacteria that must absorb food in order to survive. Some of these mineral bacteria cause serious diseases in other living things. But some are helpful and live in the intestines of human beings where they produce needed vitamins. Minerals can also plant life, such as these blue-green algae that can make their own food from water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight by photosynthesis. Many scientists think of blue-green algae as the simplest type of plant. Members of this kingdom, the propolis, are very tiny living things that we will call the protozoa. These creatures are much larger than bacteria and have only one cell. But unlike worms, their cells have a separate nucleus, and cytoplasm of their cells is much more complicated than Vincia cells. Just as with the Vincians, there are animal-like protists, such as the Euclides, that can actively seek out food. Or this paramecium, that lives by wiggling little hairs on the outside of its one-celled body. Euclides and paramecia are like animals because they cannot make their own food. One-celled algae algae are the produce that are like plants. They can make their own food by photosynthesis. These algae are very important because they provide food for many other life forms and also make huge amounts of oxygen. For the oceans and other bodies of water filled with these tiny creatures. Some of these simple plants move out just as swiftly as animal-like produce. And they put them together to create colonies of cells, a feat which probably led to the creation of the many-celled creatures found in all the three other kingdoms of living things. The members of this kingdom that we are most familiar with are the fungi that grow on the sides of old dead trees and shrubs. Like protists and minarins, fungi are formed from many different cells. Fungi cannot make food by photosynthesis, so they must spend their whole lives embedded in their food supplies. Even metals are embedded in the earth and have a huge underground network of threads by which they take in nutrients. Scientists have recently discovered a single fungus whose red network covers nearly 30 acres and weighs over 100 tons, making it one of the world's largest living things. Fungi also make up an important part of the driest living things on Earth, the lichens. The lichens we see here are algae living together with fungi in a way that's helpful to each. The algae part of the lichen creates food for the fungi part. The fungi part of the lichen helps keep the algae part alive by preventing it from drying out. Of all living things, plants are probably the most important to humans. Like fungi, plants are complicated organisms made from many cells. Plants, just like certain minerals and protists, can trap the energy of the sunlight and convert it into food, and into oxygen for us to breathe by photosynthesis. The fact that true plants do not have to search for food causes them to spend their entire lives pretty much in one spot. But plants do move their bodies so they can capture their own sunlight. This movement just happens so slowly we can't see it. Like plants and fungi, true animals are complicated creatures made from many cells. Animals like fungi and certain minerals and produce cannot carry out photosynthesis. Instead, they must take in food to survive. Because they must like food, they are much more active than plants. And the variety of body types and feeding styles found in the animal kingdom is truly unbelievable.
Right. Let's hope you have something out of the video we just watched. I have some question for you and a little bit of explanation so it will help you with your activity, okay? So as we watch the movie, the questions are, why is the classification system important to scientists? Think about that. Next question, how did the scientists come up with the grouping or categorizing of the organisms? And what are those kingdoms the organisms belong to? Okay, so let's talk about that. So scientists use classification system to help them categorize based upon similarities and differences, right? So when they observe animals, they see the similarities and differences and then decide, oh, these animals or organism belongs to this kingdom. These animals belong to this kingdom based on their observation by looking at the similarities and differences. So can somebody give me one characteristic from the video that mentioned in the video that the scientists used to classify those animals into each kingdom? Yes, Rika. What only one characteristic the scientists use in the video to classify those animals. Yes, Danica?
Animals that organisms that make their own food.
Very good. Some animals make their own food, but some organisms do not, right? So that's also one of the characteristics they're using, they're categorizing and grouping. So they decide, okay, this belongs to Protista, this belongs to Plantae, this belongs to what? Animalia, Fungi, Monera, right? Thank you. You got that? Those are the characteristics they're looking at to base their grouping. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, Rika, you have another example? She got it? I know most of you here, you listen, you watch, and you should know some of the characteristics. Okay? So scientists look at the observable features, things they can see. They also use microscope. So when they see it, they also use microscope to look through and be able to classify them based on how they see it. Do you see the video? Most of them are microscopic, right?
Yes.
As you can see, they're really looking at inside each organisms, and that's how they come up with the grouping and categorizing. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay, so after this, we're going to learn how each kingdom are classified. What are the characteristics of each kingdom? Organisms in the kingdom. Clear?
There.
Okay, so each kingdom is divided into groups. And can you tell me the group?
Animal.
Monera, Fungi, Protists, Plantae,
and
Animalia. So how many? Five. Very good. We have 5. But there are some names, but I will teach it or make it detail in the other lesson. Okay, but as of now, we'll stick to kingdoms. Okay, so I'll presenting a PowerPoint. When I present it and explain, you take note into this sheet. Do you see the sheet?
Yes.
Same as this one? Everybody has it?
Yes.
Okay, you need to take note. So you can go back to your seat so you can take note while I play the PowerPoint. Okay, so now we know these are the 5 kingdoms. Monera, Protists, Fungi, Plantae, animals, and we have the kingdom system here. So they are all living things, and these are some pictures to give you an idea of what are the organisms belonging to each kingdom. Their characteristics. So what are they? They have one cell, multi-cell. Some of them make their own food, some of them were not. Some of them move around. Okay, so these, mostly what's here are their characteristics. But we'll talk specifically in the next slide on the characteristics of each. Okay? Any questions?
No.
They are all living things. Okay, let's start with Monera. Okay, Monera has one cell. So now you can take note. Look at it. Listen to my explanation. Start, take note. Okay? So they have one cell, or we say unicellular organisms. Remember, Monera. Or when you say the organism's name, you say Monarius. Okay? So they do not have nucleus or organelles. But these organisms, they have been on Earth for 3.8 billion years. And there are 2 types of Monera. And I know you've heard this before. They are bacteria and cyanobacteria. And a little explanation on these two types. Bacteria can be both useful and harmful to us. Okay? So how is that? So there are bacteria that are found in yogurt. We've heard yogurt before, right?
Yes.
We learned it in agriculture. Those are the ones that are useful. But this one called salmonella, which is known as the cyanobacteria, that is the one that's harmful to us. Okay? And the species of these organisms are 1,800. Okay? So there are 1,800. So if I discuss it, then you know it's important to know. Should we proceed?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, next is protists. Protists contains of one cell organism. So same with Monera. They have one cell with the nucleus that are considered plant and animal. Okay? The nucleus is considered plant animal. So this is how it looks. Also look at the pictures. Pictures here are also important, so you can classify them. Some of you may not see them because you know we don't have microscope to look at. We cannot catch these organisms, but this is very helpful when you see the pictures. Okay? So some of them can move around in their environment, so that's why they are like animals, because they can move around. But some of them can make their own food, that's why they considered plant. So that's why they said they are considered plant and animals. But why didn't they fall under plant and animal kingdom? Okay, the reason why is because they have one cell. Do you understand?
Yes.
Very good. So these protists are more complex organisms than Monera, the one we've talked about before. They usually or typically found in water, which the example that maybe it's common to us are algae and amoeba. Some of you already heard of algae, right?
Yes.
And amoeba, right?
Yes.
Okay, when you go to the doctor when you're sick, right? Some people say, or maybe the doctor tell you have amoeba. Okay? It's organisms. So amoeba is within us. Also, we have them and we can sick from them. Okay? So that's amoeba.
Amoeba.
And there are about 38,000 species known. So known means maybe there are more, but these are the ones they know. Only 38,000. Got that?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think it will be next?
Fungi.
Fungi. Let's see if you are correct.
Yes.
Oh, yes, you are. So fungi can be one cell or many. Now, do you see the difference? The others only have one, but this one can be one or many. Okay? It also considered a plant, but why? We should know that. They do not make their own food, right? We know that plants make their own food, but in this only part they consider plant. As you can see the picture, they look like plants, right?
Yes.
But it says here they do not make their own food, so they're not belong to the plant kingdom. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. So these fungi absorb food by using enzymes. They absorb absorbing organism that decompose. Okay? If they absorb organisms that decompose, what are they? Decomposers, right?
Yes.
They're decomposers because they're the one who decompose. Okay? They are emotionless, which known as mushroom and yeast are the most common. So mushrooms, these are the picture of mushrooms. And yeast Have you seen yeast? They use for flour to bake, right?
What? Yes.
Yes. And some of you might know, some people they mix with water and drink. They drink fungi.
They drink mushroom.
Not mushroom, yeast. So yeast. So as you can see, how do you know that yeast is an organism? If you can see, if you put it in water, it makes bubble with sugar. There's a reaction there. Okay, so after that, if it stays longer, it becomes vinegar. The water gets clear, and those yeast are sinking at the bottom. And these are causing, they're the one who caused the liquid to become vinegar. So they are organisms. Okay? Any question?
No.
Should we continue?
Yes.
And what should be the next, Sonny?
Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you. Thank you for your participation. So yes, should be plante, not plantae. Plante. Okay, so now plante has only multi-cell organisms. They are multi, not one. You need to know that. So these cells are contain chlorophyll, which green pigments, which is important for the process known as photosynthesis. And I know you already know what plants are, right? You know their characteristics. So they survive by taking in energy from the sun and converting it into food. So they make their own food. That's why they are considered plant kingdom. They belong to kingdom plantae. So their cell wall are made of cellulose and stay in one place. So as you can see, these are all the picture of the plants belong to the kingdom plantae. They are separated into two groups. And what are the groups? One is flower and fruit producing plants. You know, some animals have flowers, right? Some don't. So at the bottom, so the second group of the plantae is the non-flower and fruit producing. So some plants, they only produce fruit, but they don't have flowers, right? And the oldest plant fossil is about 4 million years old. So this is just for you to know that. It's a fact. And the examples are these: ferns, trees, sunflowers, and so and so. You know most of them. Can we continue?
Yes.
Last, which is Animalia. And it's the same with plantae. They are multi-cell organisms. They are the most complex organism with cells, tissues, organs, and systems. They cannot make their own food, right?
Yes.
Most, they must rely on plants, fungi, and other animals as source of food. So as you can see, they also depend on the other kingdoms, right? They need them. So they are separated into two groups, which we already learned them. And what are they? Vertebrates and invertebrates. Very good. So vertebrates are considered, you already know, mammals, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and fish. Whereas invertebrates are the ones that are not mentioned here, right? So they have been around for 7 million years. And there is about 1 million species. And this is the largest kingdom of all the 5 kingdoms. Okay? Their size are range from very small to the very large. Okay? So we can have a Animalia kingdom which this size. And we can have others with bigger size. So what do you think they are? Gorillas, monkeys, they are much bigger, right? Elephant. Okay, so they are found all over the place. Do we have Animalia kingdom here?
Yes.
Yes, of course. So the examples are what? Everybody?
Worms.
questions we have on the board?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so let's wrap up our note-taking. After this, I'll break you into group. Okay, so right now keep writing, finish up your writing, and I'll call out the group name and make sure you find your group mates right after you write your notes down, after you finish. Okay, so first group 1 is Nigel and Etlin. Second group, Tanika and Sunny. Third, Alexi and Hansel. Fourth, Elaine and Tristan. Group 5, Jason and Jarvis. Group 6, Josie, Cameron. Group 7, Paulette and Rika. Hurry up, let's put it to group if we're done. 5, 4, 3, 2. Tristan, don't slow that chair. Okay, now our first activity is okay, for this one I'll just call out from randomly from each group who will do this. Okay, so I will put these 5 cards up here. Are you listening?
Yes.
Right. Okay? So when I call on your group, pick one person should come up and take this piece of paper and we'll read it out and see which kingdom does it belong to. Okay? So what are the kingdom? First, let's name them.
Protest.
What is the first one?
Manarian.
Monera. What's the second one?
Protest.
Protist. Panchai. Glante. Animalia. Okay, so when I point to your group, you come up and take the card, and then you read it out loud. When you read it out loud, everybody can hear it, then you decide which kingdom is the explanation belong to. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, shall we start?
Yes.
All right. So, one from that group 1 over there. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Go. Etlin. Just go.
Okay, so pick one. Listen up, everybody. Take one and read it.
Taking energy from the sun through photosynthesis.
Okay, so let me read it out loud one more time so you can hear. Take in energy from the sun through photosynthesis. Okay, Etlin, you can tell her where to go. Which of this group does that belong to? Nigel, only Nigel can help her. Okay? That one, planting or something.
Planting. Is it planting?
Okay, I'll count 10 to 1. If you don't finish it, I'll call on the other group. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we have it here. Do you agree?
Yes. Yes.
Does this explanation cause the plant organisms, take in energy from the sun through photosynthesis?
Yes.
Yes, it's fun. Everybody hurry up, hurry up. That is correct. Good job. Go back to your seat. Next, this group in the front, Alexi and Hansel, come up. Big one, hurry up, hurry up. Read out loud. Unicellular.
Unicellular without a
Nucleus.
nucleus.
What do you think? If you know, you can go ahead and put it there. Unicellular, everybody, you hear that? Unicellular without a nucleus. Everybody, do you agree?
Yeah.
Yes?
No.
No?
I don't know.
Alexi, do you agree with Hansel?
Maybe.
Yes, maybe?
I don't agree.
You don't agree. Why? What do you think it belongs to? Monera. Okay, so unicellular without a nucleus. I know you're taking note, right? So you should know that.
It's
We'll get to this. If you're not sure, we'll get to this, okay? Because you need to complete it. Next group, can I have one of these two gentlemen here? Read out loud.
Surface.
Go ahead, go ahead. This is just thinking.
Did you watch this? Ripping the upstairs.
Okay? Unicellular with a nucleus. So it's the opposite of that. Unicellular with a nucleus. Help him. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
No.
2,
I get to.
1. Do we agree?
It's
the other one.
Who can correct it? I suggest Cameron. Come over here.
That's good.
No talking.
Did you get
Do you agree?
Yes!
Although we only have, there's 2 under each sheet. There's 1 under each. Okay, next. Now after this, we'll figure it out. Next group, they have from Poland and Rika.
What do you want to try?
No, Rita.
Quick, 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 quick. Okay, read it out loud. Largest,
Largest of all the kingdoms.
largest of all the kingdoms. If you know that, you can go ahead. Monera, Protis, Fungi, Plantains, Animalia.
Rika, my way. I know. I'm calling her, but she doesn't know.
You can tell her. Tell her.
Come back here. Sign language.
Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. And the last one who hasn't gone yet. Oh, this group over here in the front.
Hey, you guys will be.
Okay?
No, we didn't go.
Yeah, you can do that. Listen up. Okay, read it out.
Use enzymes to absorb nutrients.
Use enzymes to absorb nutrients. Let's see about this. Quick. Then, do you agree?
Yes.
Yes, you have your notes with you. You should know.
It's a yes.
Okay, so group, now we have, this one doesn't have. It should have one. Can I have the group that's left come and take which of these to put it under Monera? Everybody pay attention.
Let's go to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now do you agree?
Yes.
Okay, let's read it. Monera are the organisms that have unicellular without a nucleus. Look at your note. Is that correct?
Yes.
Protists are the organisms that they have unicellular taking energy from the sun through photosynthesis.
Yes.
And animalia are the largest of all the kingdoms.
Yes.
Very good. Good job. Can we have a clap? 1, 2, 3. Good job. So now, same group. This is our assessment. Okay? With your group, I'll distribute this. You take the pictures, read, and put it into this paper. Identify them as protists, so it is the same. Okay? Protists, or which kingdom does the cards belong to? So you have to put them in your paper. Here, your group.
Yeah, that's great. Teacher, will you give me two?
Two.
Give me. It's me. Teacher, will you give me two? We're group 3, right?
Doesn't matter. Okay, so pile it up in the...
Can we open it?
Yeah, sure, start now. Start now. Okay, so now it's your time to work in the group. You can put there.
No.
Okay, so if you think this, if you really think it belongs to here. Okay, so everybody, there should be 3 in each kingdom. 3 cards for each kingdom. Do you understand? Okay? You can put it there just so I know, right? So put them, you can file. Actually belong to this
Teacher, how are we going to put it?
just file them up. Because also I can bring okay. You can fold. You can, yeah, maybe you can you can overlap.
Oh my goodness.
Okay? So if I know. So if you don't read it, you think you belong to this, move it. There should be 3 for each. Then you have to file them. You can overlap. Okay? Okay, so we only have 4 minutes left. And I know that's very easy. You have your note to help you out.
How many?
That would be easy.
All of it we're going to try.
Yeah, there should be 3 for 1. So you can put 3 here. What is this? Put 3 here. Okay?
Hey, give me back my chef. Give me back my phone. I have 2. So give me my phone. Oh shit.
So you can use this and bring it up, or you can go and use it.
Teacher, what is this?
If you see the movie, you saw there that this from the preference mix in 3. Now you will see here. There should be 3 for 1.
Hey, what is this?
Yeah.
What is this?
Should be 3 for 1. 3 cards for 1. So 3, 3, 3, 3. Yes. I see you're almost done. Where's your note, Travis? Yes. I can use that in your
Hey, gawin mo dito, ha?
Hey, it's over here.
It's almost time. So if you finish early, bring up your paper so I can staple them. Or call me, I'll staple them and you can go for lunch.
Did you come staple market? What is this?
Jason.
With your name, please put your name on this page.
My name is not about
Mistake. Ika. Right, this one belongs to Ika. Can you? You cannot go for lunch if it's So maybe you can label on the top, label the name so it's easier.
This one.
One kingdom. 3 cards belong to one kingdom.
Hey, we have 43.
So you can do see this group over here, they organize it and they write the name on the top, so it's much easier.
Which one is the Chico? East. It's on the east. Those wet.
Keep going.
And stapler on the east. On the east is on fountain water. It's on the punjab.
Finish this thing because it's 3. Okay, bring it up. Please take 1 cup. 1, 2, 3, 4. Land way. Put this thing up.
Teacher, I will have to do the chlorophyll. Today's placard.
What's this?
What is
group have done a great job on theirs. HST name. Flip them up and put the names on it and put it back.